Okay, this is my first attempt at a live stream, so this is going to be interesting. We'll see how well it does. Right now, I'm in the Rift, familiar to many of you in Skyrim, while playing Elder Scrolls Online. The town itself, which I'd been through earlier, looks a fair bit different from what it does in Skyrim, but of course this is set a couple of thousand years earlier, so that's not a huge surprise. The basic elements of the town do seem still to be there. Here I am riding on my horse. Go ahead and take a look at where we are. This is kind of the furthest reach of the area, near Old Ivarstead. Butterflies that we can steal the guts from fishing in a manner that horrified, I think, all of us the first time we tried it in Skyrim. Right now the character I'm playing is a tanky sorcerer, which seems like it works out pretty well for me, although it's been a while since I've played, so we'll see how it goes. Usually when soloing, what I tend to do is actually switch off to a resto staff and some summoning, and I can take out pretty much anything that doesn't totally overwhelm me. I was able to take on a couple of giant monsters solo with like 1.8 million hit points because I just keep summoning up that Clannfear. So we'll switch to that for a start. Oh, sounds like I just got some mail. Check that real quick. Yay, food. I will say that one of the things I really appreciate about this is that each of those letters, which I of course just casually bypassed a minute ago, each one of those is actually a pretty good and involving little storyline if you keep up with it. Time to nuke this asshole down. I think a lot of people overlook the Clannfear summoning ability because if you reactivate the spell to summon it, it will actually heal you and the Clannfear for 35% max health, which is pretty huge in this game. This guy obviously is doing a lot more damage than I am. I'm going to switch over to tanking because that's pretty much what you need in a situation like this. Damn. Big old shield bash. Calface pissant little skeevers. Red Diamond is a song that you tend to hear pretty frequently. Oh damn, what? Oh, that's my mistake. I didn't check my inventory before I started adventuring, I guess. Well, let's see what's junk. That's junk. That's some junk. That's definitely some junk. Got some ginger. Some poison. Whole bunch of stuff I need to transfer out to another character to sell off. Yeah, let's just destroy all this shit. Probably one of the biggest complaints is that inventory management in this game is just a chore. There's no other word for it. Damn skeevers. Here's a guy.
Thank kind someone came. I thought I'd die down here. I was passing through. Necromancy is pop. He went further into the barrel. I don't know how, but necromancer. Yes, yes.
Even though, for the sake of speed, one does tend to rush through it, it's really impressive the sheer amount of voice acting that they have in this game. Whoop. For anyone who's new to ESO, this game has kind of a relatively robust system for a Elder Scrolls game in terms of combat. In the melee, you have your light and your heavy attacks, but the heavy attacks will actually restore some of your combat resources, your mana and stamina. Give him a little bit of the old shield wall. I'd really like to pick that dagger up so I could deconstruct it, but man, my inventory's full of crap. Also, I forgot to go with the recent updates. One of the things that you get is the ability to steal things, which are of course marked in your inventory as stolen. And then go and cleanse them at a fence, or sell them, whichever you prefer. I've actually got a pretty fully fleshed out skill in provisioning, so I'd rather not trash the ingredients that I've got. Although that does remind me, I need to check and see whenever you consume food or drink, it gives you a long-term buff, so I've got about a little bit under an hour to go on the buff that I'm getting from this one. Especially in tank mode, these fights tend to take me a little while, but I'm just having some fun with it. Well, I was just about to say, man, I hope I don't find any good loot, and hey, here comes a... Ooh, that's not bad. Not great, but not bad. Time to destroy some stuff so that I can make room. I really need to go and drop some gear off. On the upside, the newly introduced laser domain skill set will improve quite a bit from me picking this lock. Or, you know, not depending on my success, but there we go. Okay, nice stuff. Ugh, useless damn things. And here comes a Draughter. Nice. I don't remember all the Draugrs casually breathing fire from Skyrim, but you know, what are you gonna do? Thunder, a little bit of the lightning. For any DPS build, this is going quite slow from what I've seen, but you know what? Not a DPS build. Now if we want, we can switch it up a little bit and we'll give it a shot with this. Still not huge DPS, but vaguely thinking about switching from Resto Staff to DPS in form of a Destruction Staff. Eh, screw this. Time for a bit of the up close and personal. What I'm doing right now is a quest, which is actually through the kind of a version of the daily quests. You can speak with one of the Undaunted quest givers and get a daily quest that you're supposed to, or I guess maybe it's more than daily, but get the opportunity to do regular quests for enhanced rewards. Hey, you know, I should probably read this, see what the hell's going on. Okay. Ghostly figure, Ivarstead. Not terribly critical to me, that I can see.
No! I won't let you interrupt my research! Destroy!
Turn on all the buffs. Damage going. Let's kill off the spellcaster first, because you always gain mage. So, these guys are going to tend to die off pretty quickly here as my lightning kicks in. Unfortunately, it looks like the Twilight I summoned has been off to the end. Oh, that was helpful. Don't really need those. I would kind of like to get that, but I'm going to have to delete a couple of things to make room. Huh. I'm not really sure what the stacking does at all. It doesn't seem terribly useful, but You know what, we don't need this shit. And now we don't need this shit. Wait, what was that? That's junk. Alrighty. You know what, instead of slogging my way back everywhere, let's just go ahead and take the 146 gold cheap route. Unfortunately, you kind of missed the most of it, which was the epic, age-long ride to get to the start of this quest. The quest itself was much shorter, but I just had never been to the Rift on this character, so that's what you get. Well, that's the first run through here. I don't really expect anyone to have watched this because it's just kind of a boring niche thing. I was just giving a test run on my new video card's capabilities. Thank anyone who's watching. Take care.